Biz That Is. I'm Tim Witzman, president of Wichita Independent Business Association. And today I have a colleague and a friend, Dave Hornick. David is both an insurance agent, owner, broker, and consultant for WIBA. And with all that's going on in healthcare, I thought he'd make a really interesting person to talk to. Let's start with background on you. Tell us how you got to where you are.
Okay. Well, first of all, Tim, thanks for the opportunity to talk a little bit. I am visiting here down in Wichita today. My company, Hornick and Associates, is headquartered in Leavenworth, Kansas, and I had a chance to get up rather early to make the drive down here. Thank goodness the weather was good. But as far as my background goes, I am a health insurance broker and a health plan consultant. I've been in the industry for about 25 years and established our company 13 years ago. And
he's not going to tell us about his childhood.
We don't want to go back that far.
Okay, Dave.
We don't want to go back that far. But when we established our company, the intent was to provide a portfolio of employee benefit products to small businesses throughout the Kansas area. And we developed clientele primarily in the, well, I was going to say the outstate region. We do have some business in the Kansas City metropolitan area, but that part of the state is a pretty competitive market. And we've had more success in the Topeka and the Wichita markets and in the outstate areas, like Salina, Atchison, and in the southeast part of the state.
But, Dave, it's very similar to what I do. Mm-hmm. Nobody grows up saying, I want to be the head of a nonprofit agency.
Mm-hmm.
You probably didn't grow up saying, I wanted to run my own insurance outfit. So take me to how you got there.
Okay. Well, I had an entirely different career prior to becoming a health insurance agent. Actually, I had another business. I was in the nursery business, mm-hmm. and had a couple of companies. But I also had a partner, my brother, who, when we were both single, it was a fairly easy endeavor. But when we got married, our interests started diverging, and we sold those companies. And then I was looking for a different career path. And somebody referred me to a property casualty insurance agency. Initially, I was a personal lines insurance agent, working with like homeowners insurance, auto insurance, life insurance. So I worked in that area for maybe a year and a half, but wanted to focus on business opportunities. And when I was with Country Companies Insurance Group, I was selling an individually underwritten major medical product, and I liked it, and I knew a lot about it, had some success with it, and I thought I might be able to parlay that into group health insurance. And an opportunity came up. The company was LaHood and Associates, and I was introduced into large group self-funded health insurance. Mm-hmm. So that's where I got my background as far as working with businesses in health insurance. And when I was there, we worked with large companies, some as large as 10,000 employees, and these were companies that chose to self-fund their own plans. They would work with us. We'd help them develop a plan. We would administer it for them and help them procure what is referred to as reinsurance, help them protect against catastrophic loss within those plans. But my knowledge base expanded. Later on, I left LaHood and Associates and went to a company called American Trust Administrators. ATA also had a self-funded product, but they focused on the small group market. And here again, too, it was quite a change from large group, but it was a whole new world for me, and I developed quite an appreciation for small business opportunities. When I left American Trust Administrators, I had a desire to do my own thing. I wanted to get back into the entrepreneurial mode. Mm-hmm. And in the year 2000, I left American Trust Administrators and established Hornick and Associates.
How did you make the connection with WIBA, Wichita Independent Business Association?
Actually, I was involved in a project. It was called the Kansas Business Health Partnership Project. It was an endeavor that was sponsored by the state, initially to help them go ahead and develop a program where there might be more opportunities for small business to procure more affordable health insurance group product. and I was involved in that project. A colleague had gotten me involved in it, and actually I bumped into a gentleman, Cliff Soanes, who was your predecessor as the president of WIBA. And he actually served as a chairperson on that project, the Kansas Business Health Partnership Project. And I just got to know him a little bit, and he was in charge of the health plan program the WIBA sponsors, and we're having some challenges with that, and we got to talking about it, and it became readily apparent that he needed some advice and some counsel, and one thing led to another, and I was retained by WIBA through Cliff, and became a consultant, and started working on a number of different projects. So,
what was unique about WIBA? You hadn't done that before, I assume. You hadn't worked with an association.
Not with an association, no. WIBA was my first opportunity to work with an organization that was focused on a group of companies, okay? Mm-hmm. And the really intriguing thing is that it's such a broad diversity of companies. Small business encompasses just about anything and everything. And interacting with the board of directors at WIBA, you might have a person that is a sole proprietor, somebody who might have 3 or 4 employees in a plumbing and heating business, someone else who has got a company that might have 200 or 300 employees. I believe Koch Industries is still the largest.
They've got a couple thousand.
Yeah. And so it's a broad range of companies. I find it very interesting. But at the same time, they have a lot of the same needs in the employee benefit market, okay, that larger companies do, but they don't have the resources typically to do that. So me working with WIBA gives me an opportunity to tender service, okay, and consultative advice in a way that these small companies would normally not be able to.
Very good. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment with more Wichita